Hey guys, welcome back to the show. My name's Matt Neff. I'm host of Entre Nito, and today we're going to be talking about the wake-up call. So my wake-up call, it all started when a friend gave me a book that made me super angry, and I'm not an angry person, so for a book to make me mad was a new thing. At that point in my life, I was 31, married with 2 kids, hadn't read a book since high school, and had worked for various companies without a real sense of vision or ambition. Previous jobs included a carpet installer, dishwasher, janitor, heavy equipment operator at a landfill. I worked third shift for a few years at a printing company. I believed this lie that working hard was the key. If I just worked hard enough, that would fix everything. I wish someone would have seen my years of faithful work history and said, "Hey Matt, how's that working out for you? Are you seeing a pattern yet? Are you seeing any kind of trend?" I was living paycheck to paycheck, building someone else's dreams, and was facing $30,000 in credit card debt. This was not thriving, and it wasn't working. It was just surviving. It took a few negative things in my life to help me wake up. One was seeing that I wasn't really seeing life change or taking any ground. Years and years and years of this. There was a lot of activity and a lot of energy exerted, but not a lot of change. My foot was to the floor, but I was honestly in neutral. No matter how many jobs I worked or jobs I had for 25 cents more an hour, $1 an hour raises, things like that, it wasn't catapulting me to a new life of freedom. It was just enough or not enough at times to live off of. What I needed was pain, anger, and discomfort in no such order. Any of those 3, but that's what I needed. I also needed to see how much my bosses and the companies were making. I needed to have a $7,000 deductible for our insurance, and I needed to see how much risk I was subjecting myself to by being an employee at certain companies. But I think the straw that broke the camel's back was after I read Caught Between a Dream and a Job, which is an incredible book. I was sitting in a Burger King parking lot enjoying my Whopper Jr. and my fry, and I was reading Rick Warren's Purpose-Driven Life. And as I'm reading the book, I of course dunked my sandwich in ranch, and some of the ranch fell down and hit the book. And at that moment, this epiphany happened, like we talked about in the other video. When the oily ranch hit the paper, everything changed. I saw my life exactly how it was, good and bad. So to not sound like a victim, all of the steps that I've taken up to that point were my responsibility, were my fault, good or bad. And I needed to make a change. I needed to grow up and take charge of my life. If you have a similar story or feel like you're just waiting on the perfect job and everything will change, I'd like to warn you about that lottery mentality. I've seen good, hardworking people hoping and praying to hit the lottery or for someone to magically pay off their debts. Listen, I believe in miracles, and I can believe that life can change overnight for the better, but at times it's rare. So in the meantime, how do you view your life right now? If I asked you about your life so far and posed the question, hey, how's that working out for you? What are you implementing right now to buy your freedom? What steps are you taking towards life change? Are you reading books? Are you investing in yourself? Are you growing? What disciplines are you working on, and what goals and dreams are you working towards? These are all really loaded questions, I know, but they're good questions to ask. So here's the goal. Work like your ship will never come in. I said ship. Don't react. Or that buyout will never happen. Focus on action steps, not payouts. And you'll be led by temperance and gratitude every day of your life. One of my major epiphanies happened at 31 when I was working. It was a big year, 31. Was when I was working in a warehouse at my latest job. And at that point, I'd been there 6 years and never knew any different. It was great for a job, we were making money. But one day I realized if I kept seeing my life the same way, thinking the same way, acting the same way, I'll keep seeing and having the same thing I've always had. I needed, in all caps, I needed discomfort, I needed anger, I needed pain to motivate me to action because the comfortable of having just enough was killing me. So here's today's action step. So what about you? Are you thriving or are you surviving? Is there a dream or vision in your heart? And are you actively working towards it? Those are 3 really loaded questions. But are you working towards your active goal, your vision, your dream? If so, how are you doing it? I want to know. Feel free to comment below. If you've got some value out of this, please hit the like button. Consider subscribing to the show, sharing it out with a friend. But let us know, how are you taking your next steps to your goal? Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you next time.